Alright, so today's goal is going to be getting my MPX intercooler mounted, mocked up, all the piping mocked up and whatnot. Make sure whatever needs to be moved will be moved, like the transmission cooler will have to either go up, or I'm going to get rid of factory and just leave my aftermarket intercooler, transmission cooler in there. Bumper's going to come off and stay off until I get it all piped up. Transmission is going to be on hold right now since first and second gear are totally fine. But I really want to get this turbo on the roll, and I still got to pick up a SRT4 alternator. Still got to clean up some wiring, and basically just trying to make sure everything is going to work the way it is, because I think it uses the same alternator as the GT version. I think everything is the same, just moved a little bit. So we're gonna have to get in there. I don't even know why all this is undone. We're gonna have to get in there and see what's going on. So the update, taking off my actual bumper. This is your actual bumper. What I just took off is like your bumper cover, but this is your actual bumper. So this is going to come off. I'm probably going to take my radiator support bracket here off, which isn't really a support at all. We're going to have to do some modifying. I want to say they used a different radiator, but I got to get this off just so I can see what I'm doing. The actual bumper part I got to take off, because there might be enough room down here for the piping. But I gotta move the transmission cooler or just get rid of that one and leave that one up there. So, or actually, you know what? No, I can move that one. I can bolt it up here. So, I don't know. There's not even that much room for it. So, let me get this off, and we're gonna see what kind of room we're playing with. I'm gonna cut out these for the fog lights. I'm gonna cut all that out. I do have to replace my relay over here. Hold on, wait, where is it? Right there. So that's for my headlights, because I had to refeed them because the factory ECU stopped controlling my headlights pretty much. So I had to refeed it so my headlights work. I don't know what this is. That was like my ghetto mod. I think I'm gonna get rid of that too because it's all broken. So, because this side doesn't even have one. Nope. So we can get rid of this too. No need for this, and just plug it along. So here's the update. I went ahead unbolted my transmission cooler with my homemade studs here for it, and that was because I took out the condenser unit, which is what that's usually bolted to. This is probably going to get taken out. Probably just going to run this because the transmission runs pretty cool anyway. I mean, I never hit 180. I barely hit 140. So, and that's not going to do anything. This one's what really cools it. We got to take this bracket out here, that bracket out, this out, that out up there. Unbolt the radiator, slide it up, slide that in underneath, because that actually bolts down here, which is what these two are for. The radiator sits on top of that, and we should be looking pretty good. This might have to get mounted someplace else. I'm not sure yet. We might not even run this anymore because this really doesn't support anything. Because that's bolted there, that's bolted up there. Yeah, we really don't need to have this in here. I do see a bunch of stuff moving, but for the most part, it's not supporting anything. And if we need to, we can add support from here to here if we need to. I'm not thinking we're going to have to. And yeah, so I got to see how all this is going to plan out and go together for now. But it's looking like it's doable. Just a quick update on how we're looking. It's looking pretty bare, actually. So, fan's not coming out. Well, hopefully there's enough room in there for the fan and whatnot. If we have to, we can move the fan. That's not a major major problem. So I got to take my two studs out that I made for my transmission cooler. I think I decided we're just going to get rid of factory cooler, which is over there. Keep that one, which is my aftermarket. Like I said, plenty of cooling. I'm just leaving that connected to this, and that's just going to stay there until I can put it back on, because getting the hood latch to line is a pain. So not messing with that. Now is a perfect time to replace your radiator if you want to, but I'm not doing that. Power steering pumps right there. nice easy access to that, because that nut right there, because that is such a pain to get to. I bought quite a few adapters to get that out. And so this is actually the most I ever took off the front end, like all at once. I never really got down to the radiator before. So yeah, and I do run the front fan here, because if you don't, you get no room back here, because the front fan takes up all this room right here. So just an idea. And we're draining her out. So we still got to get that off, but wanted to drain it out before I start putting my hands in that. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting there. More decided to come out. So gonna just let that drain. Get this whole thing taken out. I don't want to have to deal with the radiator being in my way at all, because the radiator sits on top of that. So that goes in, then that sits on top, and then that bolts to something. I guess to the radiator also, I don't know. So I'm not a fan of how the radiator sits in here, because the only thing keeping that in there is going to be the radiator weight, basically. So let's see how it works out. Quick update, she is out, and just a beautiful view of the front of my engine. So what I'm probably going to end up doing, since I got the radiator out, this is probably going to stay apart for a little bit. That's nice. Oh, I don't think I ever put that bolt back in. Alright, that's fine. So probably going to put a new starter in, since I don't know, it should be done. It's over 10 years old. Over 15 actually. So that should be done. Just a beautiful look in here. No AC compressor here. A lot of stuff is gone. I don't know why I moved my knock sensor over, but okay. So yeah. Just looking around. That's the A670 transmission, yeah. Probably gonna work on some transmission lines. I'm gonna adapt it so it is the so it's that fitting. So I put a clamp around it, no longer this 90 and whatnot. Can get rid of all that. Actually, I might leave the 90 there. I don't know. But and I'm probably gonna put a new radiator in, since that one's all beat up. But yeah, just a cool look at the front of this. You never really get to see this, and so I'm going to just continue on. Gonna mock that up real quick and see how it goes. So this is just a very rough mock-up of it. You can see it's not all the way over, because I got a transmission line in the way. It actually doesn't look bad right there. It's where it's gonna stay. Radiator pops right back here. So we are going to have to buy a 90 for this transmission cooler line to go that way, and then it's going to come back around to the front. This transmission line's going away, because I'm, like I said before, deleting factory cooler, just going to run that cooler, really all I need. And it doesn't look that bad right there. I like it. So somehow I gotta figure out why that's in my way, how that's gonna get fixed right there. So how that's gonna get fixed. So I gotta see how the plumbing mocks up. This I know comes straight up over right into the intake manifold, so I can mock that up now, see how it's gonna look. But I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe the SRT4 or GT version had a different transmission mount, but I mean, you know what I mean, AC mount, but yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe it has to come out more, slide over, something. So we're gonna figure that out. So we're getting to the conclusion right now. Pretty much, I need a new whole everything. So try mocking up my charge pipe to just right here, and pretty much how it sits on the GT is it comes right through here, right where my transmission dipstick is, right where my battery sits, and it has to go over here. So something like that. So that's not working out. Back here, there's not enough room for the hot side pipe, so that's not working out. The lower radiator support needs to be ripped out and replaced with a turbo version. Needs the radiator from the turbo version, which no problem to get that. The dipstick's not a problem either. I can move that any which way I want. I got to figure out how the battery gets mounted though, because that's kind of just in the way. I'm probably going to end up putting it sideways, making a new wire for this, use nice 4 gauge because 8 gauge is terrible. Yeah, so I got to do some reconfiguring up in here. So I think the battery should do okay sideways. Yeah, and then I don't have to use that stupid battery mount there anymore. I hate that thing. Such a pain to get out. I think I only got 3 bolts in there because it's such a pain. So take that out. Yeah, I gotta find parts first for it, and then I can start figuring out what I need to modify existing, what I can buy, and what, you know, is going to work out best. I don't know. I have no problem if I can't find the lower radiator mount. I have no problem modifying that, putting in my own brackets and whatnot. That's not a big deal. But battery, I got to figure out. Yeah. So yeah, we get to it one day, and then I got to shorten my transmission lines. These are way too long right now, so shorten them. Buy a 90 for over there. Buy a new radiator. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. It's not bad. Took some stuff out, so we get her done.